What's up, everyone? It's Sebastian's MMA Ramble, and today I'm going over UFC Fight Night, Cub Swanson versus Brian Ortega. A really short-lived fight, but a very nice, fun, impressive fight on both ends. Cub Swanson, to start off with, looked fantastic to me. He was winning the fight. He was mixing it up really well. But then you have Brian Ortega, who just came in there. He was getting tagged. I'll give him that. So I don't know if I want to see him against someone like Max Holloway. But back to this fight, he was getting tagged, but he just kept on coming forward and being unfazed by pretty much all the offense that Cub Swanson had, and ended up getting caught at the end of the first round. And if it wasn't for the savior of the bell, I'm pretty sure he would have tapped out because that thing was pretty tight and about to make him pass out. Now, round two, Cub Swanson, the same thing, same offense, really well done. Really good game plan of staying active, moving around, mixing it up well, throwing low kicks, inside and outside, throwing mid body shots, throwing high kicks. I mean, he was doing really well. But I guess he wasn't just he was a little surprised with the speed advantage that Brian Ortega had with catching people's necks and head and arm chokes and stuff like that. So his jiu-jitsu, Brian Ortega's jiu-jitsu is truly on point. I mean, really, all he needs to do is just get a hold of you and you're pretty much in trouble. I mean, you can get out of it, but you're pretty much 90% in trouble when Brian Ortega gets a hold of you. But I also believe that that also plays a role with the type of body that he's going against. I don't necessarily think that's going to work against someone like Max Holloway, but I definitely do want to see that fight. I really do want to see that fight happen, to be quite honest with you, before Frankie Edgar and Max Holloway get a go at it. Because they're both lengthy, they're both long, they know their range. And if I could predict right now in this video, I would still say that Max Holloway would retain his belt because of the fact that Max Holloway has great jiu-jitsu counters and great jiu-jitsu offense, and he just knows how to attack and he starts playing around with people. So I think Brian Ortega would definitely have to do his homework with someone like Max Holloway. But a very impressive night. He continues to be undefeated at 13-0 that night, and it was something that was really wonderful to watch, especially something as spectacular as jiu-jitsu that won the fight with a submission, because the way he readjusted that guillotine. So at first he had a guillotine, he felt and knew that he didn't have it properly set because of Cub Swanson squirming around. Then he readjusts mid-air and gets it even tighter, which makes Cub Swanson tap right away. And it was just beautiful. It's just beautiful jiu-jitsu, beautiful setup, and it was just something, a beauty to watch. And then the other thing I have to definitely note is the post-fight speech that he had with the commentator. And I have to say it was really heartfelt, and it's actually pretty refreshing to hear someone not talk negatively or bad. And it's just, I mean, how can you hate this guy? You can't hate this guy. You can't even just start hating on this guy. I mean, if you do, then there's something wrong with you. This guy is awesome, and like I said, we need more people like this. I mean, I do believe in diversity and opinions, but I felt that too many people were just jumping on that, like, oh, let me be a shit talker bandwagon because of Conor McGregor. And it was, at times it would actually put me off of MMA fighters, because just I don't like that shit talking. See, Brian Ortega is bringing back the whole old spirit of being humble, down to earth, respectful of the art and the opponent. And it's just weird because he is an old soul in a young person's body. So I mean, he has the potential to definitely become a UFC superstar. I mean, because let's just face it, he's a good-looking guy. He's very good as a fighter. But in order for that to come to fruition, he needs to actually become the champion, and I don't see that happening as far as Max Holloway being the champion currently. I don't think he can get past Max Holloway. And like I said, most respect to both fighters, especially. Brian Ortega, but I just I don't see how he could get past Max Holloway, because Max Holloway is a very well-rounded fighter, but I'm still gonna watch that fight. Like I said, I'm more excited about a potential matchup with Brian Ortega and Max Holloway over Frankie Edgar and Max Holloway. And not to discredit that fight, I'm definitely gonna watch that fight. But now I'm actually more hyped up about Brian Ortega versus Max Holloway. So hopefully they make that fight. Other than that, you guys have a good day.